Good evening, everyone, and I welcome you all on the behalf of IIP Education, your education partner. And now, the good thing about this session is that we are conducting this coding club for the second time, right? We had a quite a good session in the very beginning, and I believe we are the first publishers who have started this, who have taken this initiative of helping all the educators in learning how to code, right? So I welcome you all, and I personally believe that it would be a good session for you, because especially if you are a beginner and if you want to learn programming, and especially if you want to learn Python, then it's a good platform for you. So again, I welcome you all. Thank you very much for joining. So to start with, let's first of all discuss, let me begin with the first thing that we should know about is what is programming and why there is a need to learn programming. ये बहुत important question है, because all of you might have heard of it. People talk nowadays that everyone is talking about coding, or it's very amazing to see that.
So you are
June,
not audible, I think.
am I not audible?
You are
Hello?
audible, sir. I guess.
Yes, you are audible, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So I believe I'm audible to everyone. Maybe there's a issue with uh, your connectivity or
Now you're
something like
audible,
that. You
sir.
can,
Yeah,
yeah,
you're
yeah.
audible now.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Right. So we'll be discussing all about why there is a need to learn to code. And you must have heard people talking a lot about learning programming, coding. बहुत सारी ads आप लोग television पे, net पे देख रहे हो, and these ads are making it sure that everyone in the country should learn how to program. In fact, there is a lot of encouragement nowadays given to small kids also, like kids from class 2 onwards, I believe, they are also into learning coding. So the first thing, as you people have joined here for the very first time, I believe, so it is very important to understand that why we are here, and if we are here, then why there is a need to learn to code, right? So we'll start with this only. So this is what I'm going to cover in this session, right? First is introduction to programming. You'll be introduced to programming, what exactly programming is. Then why there is a need to learn programming. Just now I told you we'll be discussing this, and why we should learn to program. Then, as we are here to learn Python as a programming language, so I'll be introducing Python to you, what it is, what kind of programming language it is, and then we will also learn to install Python, because this is very important, quite important, in the sense that from the next session onwards we'll be using Python, right? We'll have hands-on practice, live hands-on practice, right? We'll be running some Python code. We'll see how it executes, and we'll look into different uh, kind of syntax, or you can say statements, that how programming statements are written in Python. So for all this, we need to have Python installed on our computers or laptops, right? And then finally, we'll be discussing about Python IDLE. I'll tell you what IDLE is, but that will come later on. So we'll be covering these topics in this session, right? So to start with, the very first question that comes up is what programming is, right? Is there anyone maybe your friend or your colleague, कोई तो बोलता ही है कि programming ये है. Is there anyone who would like to come forward? See, this is an interactive session, so it's very important that we interact with each other. It should not be like this कि मैं बोलता रहूँगा and आप सुनेंगे. So if you have your views, you are welcome. So anyone who would like to share their views, although the definition is given here, I've defined it, but still, what according to you is programming? Anyone who is interested?
That is a stepwise procedure of anything. That is a programming set of.
Somewhat. Right, exactly. Anyone else? Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
So to give instructions to a machine to do something is programming, I think.
Yes, very simple. Yes, but correct. Yes, exactly. Anyone else?
Using a computer solving a problem.
Okay. Programming is basically to use a computer to solve a problem. Right.
A set of instructions written in a specific language, sir.
Yes, it's basically program consists of some instructions written in specific language.
Like C, C++, Java.
Yes, exactly. Thank you, everyone. So you have you people have a basic understanding of what programming is, but let's take it to the real life scenario. Like, we humans also, we use instructions. If you want to take work from someone, we go to school, we teach there, or maybe we are going to office, right? When we want something to be done, right, we give instructions. And the person who is listening to our instructions, they follow the instruction and complete the task, isn't it? It's like that, simple. हम बच्चों को जाके बोलते हैं ऐसा मत करो, ऐसा करो, जो भी है, and this is what you have to do. This is the homework, all right. Now, the child takes your instruction, works on those instructions, and completes the task, right? Same is with computer. So if you want the computer to perform a specific task, you want to obtain some result from the computer, you need to program it first, right? Programming is all about giving instructions to the computer in a specific language. Let's move back to our example. Like when we tell our kids that this is what you have to do and this is what you are not supposed to do, we use a specific language to instruct them. It can be their mother tongue. उनकी mother tongue हो सकती है, आप हिंदी में भी बोल सकते हैं या English में भी बोल सकते हैं. But the child should be able to understand that language. Instruction आप उसी में दे सकते हो जिस भाषा को बच्चा समझता है, right? So same as with computers. So if you want to give instructions to the computer, you need to use a specific language. और अगर हम अपनी previous screen पे जाएं, previous, so you can see these are few languages, right? कुछ एक smiley को आप छोड़ दीजिए. That's not a programming language at all. Or ये search box, search icon भी, but otherwise the names that are written here, this is just an example of different programming language. So there are many programming languages that are used for writing programs, right? And programs are what? Basically, they are instructions given to the computers. So, अगर आपको ये clear हो गया है, तो now let's dwell into the most important question: why I should learn to code? What is the need? Anyone here who would like to share their views on this? ज़रूरत क्या है? Why there is a great deal of talking about coding, learn to code? बड़ी companies are nowadays mushrooming with different kind of platforms, online platforms आ रहे हैं, बच्चों के लिए ad आ रही है, White Hat Junior बहुत बोल रहा है कि we need to learn programming. NEP में भी ये बात हो चुकी है कि programming is essential skill of the future. Why do you think so? What is the need? Anyone?
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening, ma'am.
So, Neeta Gupta here.
Yeah, good evening, ma'am. Good evening. Please carry on.
So, we need programming language to code to develop analytical and reasoning skills.
Definitely, yes.
Among the kids. And it is the need for few.
Right. Hello. Yeah. Ma'am, you are not audible to us. I believe I am audible to everyone.
Yes, sir.
Sir, as you took the name of White Hat Junior, our children used to, develop certain games, and that is why they make use of White Hat Junior. So that is another reason for, learning.
See, I got few good answers, but my question again is, as this is a discussion, do only children need to learn or kids need to learn programming?
No, it's not like that. whenever like if you want computer to do something, so as you only said in few minutes before that a computer need instructions, and if we want
Yes.
computer to do something, he needs some instruction. So
Yes.
we learn a particular language to give instructions to the computer,
Yes.
and there are certain codes in a particular language, there are certain syntax, semantics, which we need to learn,
Right.
and we learn it just to give instructions to the computer.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. So I got few answers, good answers, but now let me tell you why there is a need. The first thing is automation is the future. Look around, and maybe whatever you look now, whatever is lying close to you, maybe your AC, maybe your television, maybe washing machine, everything within few years will be completely automated. Let me tell you, let me repeat it for you. It will be completely automated. So automation is the future. I mean to say, nowadays, if you want to drive a car, what you have to do? आजकल हम टाइम स्पेंड करते हैं कार का, गियर कैसे शिफ्ट होगा, क्लच कैसे प्रेस होगा, एवरीथिंग, इंडिकेटर्स कैसे चलेंगे. We practice, we learn it, right? But we know that the future is all about vehicles that can drive on their own, right? Now this is an example of what automation will be. Okay. कुछ करने की जरूरत नहीं है, आपको कोई ड्राइविंग लाइसेंस नहीं देने हैं. मे बी आफ्टर 10-15 years we will have cars wherein you just have to get into the car और सिस्टम में आपको फीड कर देना है कि this is where I want to go. डेस्टिनेशन आपको की इन करनी है, जो हम गूगल मैप्स में आजकल करते हैं, and automatically the car will drive you there, right? सिमिलरली इंडस्ट्री की अगर बात करें, इंडस्ट्री में भी ऐसा होने वाला है. बहुत सारा काम जो है will be automated. जहाँ पे अभी we need human power, we need some machines that are manually operated. Now a time will come when all these industrial processes will be fully automated. बिल्कुल automation होगी. Now we have understood what automation is, but then programming यहाँ कहाँ आती है? See, automation एक ऐसा process है जिसके लिए we need to program our machines and our computers. So if let's take the example of our car, self-driving car. अब वो self-driving तभी बनेगी जब उसको program किया जाएगा, right? Because to move around the city, to change the lanes, to understand the traffic signal, that car also needs to be programmed. उसको भी हमें program करना पड़ेगा. And who will write these programs? Now there are people who get quite carried away. Maybe they get worried also that if everything will be automated, then what about the human beings? हम लोग क्या करेंगे? What I will do, what my child will be doing. See, the good thing is, if all the machines will perform the task, and we know that we have to program those machines, right? Then humans will be the one who will be writing the code or writing the programs for those machines. I mean to say, अगर कल आप चाहते हैं कि आपकी वॉशिंग मशीन आपके बारे में सोचना शुरू कर दे कि इसको बहुत काम करना पड़ता है, and I should help the lady with the washing task, right? And you instruct your washing machine, you want your washing machine to do the washing maybe twice in a day or something like that. But for that, machine खुद नहीं सोच सकेगी, हमें उसे प्रोग्राम करना जो आपकी ज़रूरत को समझ सके, right? And this is where programming comes. So humans will be more involved with programming. And this is where the need of learning programming arises, right? ये reason है हम क्यों सीख रहे हैं. Another new terms, maybe new, not new for you, अभी तो ये पुरानी हो रही है, but अभी they're still catching up. People are catching up with it, right? IoT and artificial intelligence, right? IoT, as we know, you must have heard of it, is Internet of Things, where different devices are interconnected, will be interconnected with each other using internet. आप सुन रहे होंगे आजकल 5G, we are quite close to 5G technology now, and 5G की speed बहुत ज़्यादा है as compared to what we have now. Now with this speed, what we can do is we connect various devices, maybe हमारे घर में जो छोटी devices भी हैं, we can interconnect them using internet technology, right? आपका AC आपके fan के साथ, या आपका television आपके music system के साथ, या maybe आपके mobile के साथ तो हो ही रहा है, right? These can be connected with each other, so all the devices will be able to interact with each other now. ऐसा time आ रहा है. And then IoT को चलाने के लिए, IoT को और smart बनाने के लिए, to make it more smarter, artificial intelligence will be introduced in IoT, right? So इन दोनों को हम देखेंगे future में, both of them will be clubbed together. अब जब ये club हो जाएगा तो again the need will be to write programs for these devices. कोई भी device खुद नहीं सोच सकती है. We humans are blessed with consciousness, but devices are not blessed with any kind of consciousness, right? But there will be a time now, sooner or later, maybe within 10, 15 or 20 years, devices bhi sochne lagenge, they'll start thinking and they'll start interacting with each other. But the first step would be to program them, right? So this is also a reason, automation is one reason. Jiske liye we need to learn to program. IoT and AI का club हो जाना is another reason for which we need to learn to program. So basically अगर इसको हम totality में देखें, so it is that through programming we can communicate with the machine, because machines, we from the very beginning, being people who have read about computers, are using computers, we have a notion that computers use machine language. Yes, definitely they use machine language. 0 and 1, this is what they understand. But if they want to interact freely with the humans, and the humans want to interact with them, they want to give instructions to the machine. For this, they need to learn how to code. So basically, you can say programming is another language, kind of language, with which humans will be able to communicate with the machines. इसके बिना आप communicate नहीं कर पाएंगे. So this is the third reason now. I'm giving you good many reasons so that आप next time coding club ये ना सोचे कि अरे मैं तो कोई बात नहीं, I can survive without learning programming or coding. It would be difficult because some of you might be well aware of the times when there was a time जब computers नए economy में India में आए थे, and there was a lot of buzz कि all those who haven't learned computers, their jobs will be gone, right? And many people, they rushed into learning computers, right? And now is the time. Now you can see all around, everyone is now literate. Everyone is now literate. I mean literate in the sense that they can use a computer now, right? अगर आप इंडिया को पिछले 15-20 years back देखें तो the scene was completely different, and now everybody knows how to use a mobile phone, right? So same is with this now. We need to understand, we need to learn programming if we want to move into the future. Now these are, if still you are not convinced, I have these reasons here listed, and one of our participant also gave some points from this also. We discussed this. Now, if you are not convinced, still you feel, why should I learn programming? मैं तो computers में नहीं हूँ, या I don't want to learn. But there are these reasons that will definitely convince you. First thing is, programming helps us develop our logical thinking. Logical thinking is very important. I remember when I was into teaching, many kids used to come to me and they used to tell me, why should we learn programming? We can take this subject, we can take that subject. So I used to tell them it's not about subjects, it's not about marks. Because once you learn programming, your logical thinking will develop. And once your logical skills develop, right, you can use those skills with other subjects like mathematics, science. I won't say that there are other subjects like language and all, they don't need logical thinking. Every subject needs some bit, or maybe higher or at a lower level, but they require logical thinking. So if you learn to program, your performance is automatically, your performance will improve in other subjects like mathematics, science, and languages, right? And otherwise also logic to life में सबको सब जगह help करता ही है. Then it enhances creativity. Creativity की बात आ जाती है तो we think creativity is not all about taking a brush and drawing, painting, right? Creativity is not, when you write a poem, you use your creative skills. When you write a story, you use your creative skills, right? So creativity is very important to humans, right? And programming, जब आप program बनाओगे, you will be given a problem. Okay, this is the problem. Now you will use your creative mind, right? That how this problem can be solved. So जैसे जितनी problems आपको दी जाएंगी, जितनी problems आप solve करते जाओगे, आपकी creative ability जो है, that will improve. Now promotes analytical thinking. Analytical thinking is very important. Analyze करना किसी चीज को, किसी भी problem को solve करने के लिए, the first step is to analyze it properly, right? Then only you will get a proper solution. आपने analyze ही problem को गलत कर लिया तो आपको solution तो कभी ढंग का मिलेगा. So this is the first step, and programming is also about analytical thinking. कि what the problem is. मुझे एक problem दी गई है, what the problem is. Let me first find out. Let me first understand what the problem is. Then only I can write the steps, right, to solve that problem. So it also helps develop analytical thinking, and this analytical thinking can be used in other fields of life also. Resilience, yeah, this is very important in the sense for kids. It's very important. Resilience in the sense that it will help them in gaining confidence. अब ये कहाँ से आएगा? Writing a code is just one part of programming. But debugging the code is another very important part. सिर्फ आपने लिख दिया है उससे नहीं होगा. जब आप program run करेंगे, execute करेंगे, there will be few errors also, right? You'll get to see those errors and mistakes. Now you need to correct those errors, and for correcting those errors, you need to put lots and lots of time in it, right? जब आप फिर कोड करेक्ट करेंगे, you will run it again there might be some errors, you will again rectify those errors and again run the code. Now this needs a lot of patience, right? And this also needs a lot of resilience. And from here, by removing and debugging the codes, the child will gain, or you will gain lots and lots of confidence. Now I've given you many reasons that why you should learn to program, but if you are still not convinced, आपको लगता है ये तो अभय जी बोल रहे हैं, कोई बड़ी बात नहीं है, but all of us know this man and we all regard him. Reasons, I don't have to give you reasons why. You already know that. This quote is from Steve Jobs himself. Everyone should know how to program a computer because it teaches you how to think, right? And I believe that यही quote को लेके हमारी government और हमारी education policy body ने ये सोचा है, yes, the time has come that everyone in this country should learn to code, and the early we start, the more benefits we reap, right? So I've given you many reasons now in believing that you are at the right track and we should learn to program. Now, is there anyone else who has something in their mind they would like to share? इसी के regarding अगर किसी का और view है कि there is this also is a reason, you want to share a reason that we should learn to program, if you are welcome with that, if you want to share any reason you want to give.
Hello, Neeta Gupta sir.
Yeah, welcome ma'am. Welcome.
We should learn programming because it teaches us how to think, as well as programming it opens our mind more elaborately, more positively, and more analytically and logically. It encourages our mind to think and to reason behind that also, and to develop the intellectual and logical skills also.
Yes.
So it is very good. Everyone should learn programming.
Yeah.
Not only a particular language, we can learn algorithms and flowcharts also.
Yes.
And
Yes.
for creativity and for research point of view also.
Yes. 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 Thank you. Thank you. Thanks. Anyone else?
Good evening, sir. This is Priyanka
Yeah. Good
Mishra.
evening, ma'am. Good evening.
Sir, actually, I have a doubt. I'm teaching Python higher classes, but will it possible
Hmm.
or is it feasible to teach Python in lower classes? According
Yes.
to NEP, we want students of primary classes and even
Hmm.
middle classes also to go with programming. But is
Uh,
it practically possible that a child who don't know the formula of simple interest and we are teaching? I mean, means I have a
yes.
doubt. I am
Yes.
not
Yes.
against it, but I am
Uh,
thinking, is it feasible, sir?
That's a good question because let me tell you, yes, government and the education bodies are putting a lot of emphasis on this that children should learn how to code from early stage, right? See, I don't think there is any problem with it because I agree with you that you are teaching classes, senior classes, and senior classes, may it's quite complex. But if you look at Python, right? Python एक बड़ी basic language भी है. The good thing about Python is it's very simple. The syntax is very simple, and a child can also use it. Other than a child, a person who is maybe into serious kind of programming, that, or maybe a software engineer, or maybe a artificial intelligence engineer, or a person who is into robotics, they can also use it. Python की अच्छी बात यही है. This is the one wonderful thing about Python, that it can be used by somebody who does not have basic skills of programming. वो भी इसे use कर सकता है. And a person who is into serious kind of programming, that person can also use Python. So अगर आप Python junior classes में पढ़ाना चाहते हैं, तो you can start with the interactive mode, right? Use your interactive mode to show them how formulas like computing simple interest or multiplying two numbers or finding the cube of numbers can be used, right? You can also use it. You can also use the interactive mode for teaching them small basic commands like print command or input command. I don't see any harm in that. But let me tell you, it's always a good practice if you start with apps like Scratch. Scratch से आप शुरू कीजिए और फिर आप Python पे आइए. You'll see that the kids will take a lot of interest in it. Otherwise, that's a good question.
Means in
Yes.
primary classes we can go with Scratch or something program like that. Na Python we can introduce after 8th.
Afterwards.
Is it so okay or 6, 7, 8?
No. We'll dwell into this later on, but
Okay.
right now, I can tell you that what you can do. Let's suppose you are teaching your fourth class or maybe fifth class you take. So what you can do is from third they start with Scratch, right? I believe they start with third, right? Then fourth also they have Scratch, and then once they finish up with Scratch, right, you can take them to Python. You can start with Python, right?
Okay.
But yes, starting straight away with Python would be quite difficult for them. I agree, right? Thank you.
Actually, sometimes we have confusion when we see children of China. They started learning Python from the age of 4 or 5 only, and हम इंडिया वाले सोचते हैं कि अभी तो टाइम है, तो एक confusion की situation हो जाती है. So that's why I
yes, let me tell you, there is no need to worry. We Indians are very smart. हमारे बच्चे भी बहुत smart हैं.
Yeah.
Only thing is हम थोड़ा डर जाते हैं. बच्चों की एक एज होती है, they can grasp very quickly, right? But the only thing is how we teach them. That's very important. Otherwise, you'll see. अभी हम चलेंगे आगे, तो you'll see that how Python is a wonderful language. It's also a very easy language to start with, right? Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Now let's talk about different programming languages. ये programming आई कहाँ से? We need to understand this before we start learning Python as a programming language. So you can see this staircase here, and let's start from the very first step, that is hardware. Now beginning में there was nothing, no coding, nothing. Simply computer was a mechanical device, और कुछ time बाद ये electronic भी बनी. But mainly it was a mechanical device in the very beginning. There was no code, nothing. And then came the first generation language. जब computer एक electronic device हो गया, then we started off with the first generation of language, and I believe all of you know it pretty well. And if you don't know still, first generation language is a language that is based on zeros and one, right? Combination of zeros and one, where the complete program was written by entering different patterns, or you can say combinations of zeros and one. Zero and one के सिवा कुछ नहीं use हो रहा था, because zero means the current is not flowing and one means that the current is flowing. तो बहुत सारे combinations हमें zeros and one के बनाने पड़ते थे, type करने पड़ते थे to make a program, which was a quite tiresome task because it used to take a lot of time first of all, and there were only few limited, you can say, experts of this language. Why? The reason is quite simple, that this is considered a very complex language. I mean, just imagine if you have to write a program of say 5,000 lines with just combinations of zeros and ones into it. So very difficult. So to overcome this challenge, the computer engineers and the scientists developed this language called the assembly language, the second generation language, जहाँ पे zeros and one की जगह कुछ symbolic symbols या जिनको हम mnemonics बोलते हैं, they were used. Like for example, to add two numbers, you can use a mnemonic called SUM. To multiply two numbers, you can use MUL. So there were lots and lots of these mnemonics that were used in assembly language. Still, it was not considered a very liberal kind of language because there were many rules for writing the code. जो एक layman के लिए it was not easy. So that's why the third generation languages were developed. And as we know, third generation languages, the good thing about third generation languages is that they are quite close to our English language, right? So if you start writing the code in third generation language, you'll see that the syntax is very close to English language. That is the reason why third generation of languages gained so much of popularity. बहुत popular रही हैं third generation, अब भी use होती हैं. I'm not saying कि just like 1GL or 2GL वो नहीं है. Third generation languages are still being used widely, and for the reason that they are quite easy to understand and learn, for the simple reason that the syntax is very close to English. Then we have fourth generation language that basically deals with data, lots and lots of data. आज की बात ही ये होती है, data की बात होती है. जहाँ पे भी आप देख लेंगे, चाहे वो क्लाउड कंप्यूटिंग की बात आ रही है, आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस, मशीन लर्निंग, सब जगह भी there is a lot of talk about data. So fourth generation languages like SQL and all, Oracle reports, they all deal with data. And then finally we have, right now we are into the fifth generation of languages. Basically they deal with machine learning, artificial intelligence, right, deep learning and all. And there are many languages, but jagah kam hai, so I've used these two, small talk and prologue, right? So this is how the programming languages originated, starting from hardware, and there was nothing. Then first generation, second generation, third generation, fourth generation, and now we are into the fifth generation of programming languages. Now let's come to the main focus, that's Python as a programming language, right? Why Python? अभी हमने समझ लिया है कि हमें programming क्या है. Now we have understood why there is a need to learn programming. मैं क्यों programming सीखूं, ये बहुत जरूरी है. And we also discussed the origin of the programming languages, starting from the very first step. And now we'll be dealing with Python. Now these are few points that why we should learn Python. The very first thing is it's easy to learn. Just now I told we had a discussion, small discussion, and we came to a conclusion that Python, if you see, is a language that can be used by anyone. A beginner can also use it. A child who is studying in maybe 4th, 5th class can also use Python. And a person who is into serious level of programming, maybe is developing programs for robotics or artificial intelligence, deep learning, they can also use Python. So the first thing is it's very easy to learn, especially for the beginners. That's why this is the reason why CBSE has inducted Python. There were other languages also. They could have gone with C, they could have gone with Java, they could have gone with C++ or any other language. Why they selected Python? For the simple reason that Python is easy to learn and a child can also learn it very quickly. Then Python modes, there are two different modes for writing programs, right? One is the interactive mode and another one is the script mode. These two different modes can be used for writing programs. We'll see to it later on in this session only. Then we have huge library of modules. Very important thing, because what is this huge library and what is this modules? So I would like to put a real life example in front of you. Let's imagine that, let's not imagine, we have gone to a library. Yeah, we all have, if you're working in a school, you know that in schools, every school has a library. Now in library, what do we have? We keep books, right? And whatever a child needs to learn something, the child goes to the library, gets the book issued, the books in which the child is interested, they get it issued, they read it, go through it, and then afterwards they go back to the library and return it. Same is with a library of modules. Modules are predefined programs. ऐसे programs हैं जो experts ने बनाए हैं, जिन लोगों ने Python बनाई है, उन्हीं लोगों ने ये modules बनाए हैं, right? And what they do is they package these modules into the Python library. So Python library itself is a program जिसमें बहुत सारे और programs हैं और वो programs experts ने बनाए हैं. So what the good thing about these modules is we can take out these modules from the Python library, use it in our program, and done. I mean to say, you don't have to write any complex statements, because for the simple reason that these statements are already predefined within the modules. हमें सिर्फ books की तरह इन modules को अपने program में call करना है, इनकी functionality को use करना है, and that's it. So Python is the language that has large and very large number of modules available in its library. Another good thing about Python is it's portable. We see there are millions and millions of users worldwide. People nowadays use different kind of machines, computers. I mean to say, they use some of them use older machines, some use very latest trending machines, right? Some use machines with a different operating system, like maybe Linux. People use Mac also, people use Windows also. So Python is a language that if you make a program in Python, it can run on any kind of machine, regardless of what kind of hardware is available in the machine. Purana hardware hai ya naya hardware hai, regardless of what kind of operating system is being used. आप Windows use कर रहे हैं, आप Mac use कर रहे हैं, आप Linux use कर रहे हैं, still Python programs will run on any kind of machines with any kind of operating system. So that's why Python is considered a portable language. Simple syntax, already we have discussed this, quite easy to learn, free to use. Now again, सुनने में ये लगता है कि जब मैं ये बोल रहा था आपको कि it can be used by a beginner also and a person who is into a serious level of programming like artificial intelligence and robotics, हमें लगता होगा कि इसको license करना है तो it might be very costly, but again the good thing about Python is it's completely free of cost. You don't have to pay anything for it. Although there are various versions of Python available, but otherwise Python बिल्कुल ही free है. You don't have to buy anything. Net से भी आपको कोई अगर download करना है तो you don't have to pay anything for it. A graphical user interface, we all are familiar with it. Graphical user interface भी available है Python का. PyCharm है, आपकी Jupyter notebook है. इसमें you get GUI based version of Python programming, right? Graphical interface, we all know buttons हैं, clicks हैं. So now, these were the reasons that why we should learn Python programming. Let's talk about from where to get Python, because just now we discussed that Python is freely available on the internet. So from where we can get this? Very simple. Next session के लिए I would recommend you to please take a note of it, because from next session we'll be starting with the coding part also. So Python should be installed on your computers, right? So no matter which operating system you are using, that's okay, not an issue. What you have to do is you have to open your browser and you need to type this URL that is given on the top, www.python.org, right? And here you can see, you'll be able to see, you can come to this downloads link here. You can see here, moving my mouse here, downloads, and you'll see the latest version of Python that is available. Now, if you are using, in case you are using some other operating system, so you can select your operating system from here, right? You can see Mac OS X is also available here, and you can download the latest Python version from here. Okay, very simple. कुछ आपको ज़्यादा करना नहीं है. Just download the setup and then next. Quite simple to understand, right? And Python will be installed on your computer, right? So you can make a note of it. It's important that from where, although nowadays we all know how to search for anything, simply go to Google and type download Python and you will find this link over in the Google search, www.python.org. You can click on this and from downloads you can download the latest version of Python. And it doesn't take much time also, let me tell you. Downloading, I mean installing Python doesn't take much time. Now let's talk about this because it was written in the index and I told you that we'll discuss about this in the later half of the session. So what is IDLE? Anyone? Although it's written here. So it's basically integrated development learning environment.
Yeah. Integrated development learning environment. I was also telling that. Yeah.
Learning. Yeah. Good. Thank you. Okay. So what is this integrated development learning environment? See, it's very important. Every software has its own interface because without interface, a software is nothing. We know what is an interface. Well, if you are very new to programming or if you are very new to this term, let me explain it to you. Interface is basically a kind of bridge between a machine and a user. A human is a human, right? A machine is a machine. Directly, they won't be able to understand each other. So there should be someone in between who can create a kind of communication between them, right? ऐसा नहीं है. Look around. If you, let's talk about a car. A car also has, if you want to run a car, right, or drive a car, then you need to have an interface through which you can roll the car. I mean, you need to have gears, you need to have clutch and accelerator, right? You need to have a steering also. Using these things only you can move a car, you can interact with the car. So same way, if you want to use a software or an application on your computer, it should have an interface because using an interface only, a user can interact with the machine. So similarly, Python also has its own interface, right? And that interface is called Integrated Development Learning Environment. So basically you can see that Python provides us with an interface that is helpful in learning also, right? Now, one more.
Sorry to interrupt, sir.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So actually, I have Windows 7 and the link which you have just told us, that is, I need to click on this in downloads. I need to go and then Python 3.9.2. I tried, installing it, but it is showing some error.
Yeah. You have Windows 7, so there is a list of a complete list of versions that will go with Windows 7. If you scroll down, काफी नीचे आती है वो. From there you can download the version. Or what you can do is simply try to type it in Google and see which version suits your operating system. But there is a list, right? You'll get it.
Okay.
In case
sir, one more question. So can we use, every time we make use of this Jupyter notebook, every time, I mean, when we need to teach the students as well, can we use Jupyter notebook always?
See, if your school is okay with it, the students are okay with it, then there is no problem. We can use it. I mean, because some of the schools still prefer the basic version of Python, right? But if you are okay with it, the kids are okay with it, and the school is also okay with it, it's not mentioned somewhere in CBSE curriculum that you have to use a specific interface of Python.
One
right?
more question. Sir, why do we basically use this Jupyter notebook? This is, I mean, available online. That is the reason, or there is something else?
There is another reason to it, because it's widely used for machine learning, writing code for machine learning and data sciences, right? So if you are into machine learning and data sciences, Jupyter Notebook is the best, right? Basically, इसीलिए develop हुआ है. Otherwise, if you want to work on the basics of Python, you want to learn the basic of Python, then we have this mode, our interactive mode, and script mode is good enough. Okay. So, yeah, welcome. Now let's move on to the next part of this workshop. That is, let's now discuss the IDLE of Python. Right? So the first one is, I told you in the beginning only that Python has two modes. One is interactive mode and one is script mode. Right? This is how the interactive mode looks like. Okay, this is the interactive mode. Now, if you look at this, it's very simple. There are not many menus or flashy buttons or lists, right? It's quite simple. And those who have worked with this kind of interface, if you have used the disk operating system or DOS application in Windows, you will be familiar with this. So in this thing over here, don't worry about this, that you get these 3 lines, Python 3.6. This is all about the information of the license and the version you are using. So that's okay. We need to deal with this. यहाँ पे जो बिल्कुल ही new है, let me tell you, if you see these arrows here, this is called a prompt. Okay, you'll see many prompts here. A prompt is basically a symbol, we can say, right? And we write all the commands in front of the prompt. So a prompt shows that the Python compiler is ready to take the commands. It's ready to take the commands. So once you get the prompt, this means your Python system is ready to take the commands from you. And just after the prompt, you can write the commands, whatever commands you want. So I have these few commands listed over here. You'll get to know about them afterwards, but this is just to show you that how the interactive mode looks and how it works, right? How you will get it, I'll show it to you. बस थोड़ा सा इसको explain करेंगे. इसके बाद I'll show you. Now you can see in the last line also we have this prompt, and in front of the prompt we have our cursor here. So this means I can write the Python command here, right? So this is interactive mode, very simple, ज़्यादा नहीं है इसमें कुछ भी. And this is what we have, what we call the script mode, right? Script mode में आपको और interactive mode में आपको सामने कुछ difference जरूर दिख जाएगा. Anyone who can tell me what difference do you see?
Sir, in interactive mode, we get the response at the same time after each command. But in script mode, we have to write a complete code, then the exam will be executed, and one by one, all the instructions will be executed.
Yeah, that's good. This is a technical reason. If you look at it in a very simple way, what difference do you see? Dono screens.
So we don't have a Python prompt in the script mode.
Yes. So we don't get a
line by line will get result in interactive mode, but in a script mode will get result after saving complete program.
Yes, exactly. Good. Now
in
the point is,
interactive mode we run the program, I think, and whereas in script mode we write the code.
Okay, right. We'll come to this, but the basic difference here, if you see, look, and there is no prompt in the script mode, right? But there is a prompt. There are prompts in the interactive mode. That's the basic difference. So if you want to run instructions one after another. Maybe you run the first command and you get the output, then you write the second command, then you get the output. So in this case, if you want to execute the codes like this, right, or statements like this, then in that case interactive mode is used. Simply अगर हम बात करें कि अगर आपको एक स्टेटमेंट चलानी है, उसकी आउटपुट देखनी है, नेक्स्ट स्टेटमेंट चलानी है, उसकी आउटपुट देखनी है, तो in that case we use the interactive mode. But if you want to write a complete program with multiple instructions in it, line after line, then in that case we use the script mode. As you can see here, ये सारी statements एक बार में सेव होंगी और एक बार में ही एग्जीक्यूट होंगी in a batch. यहाँ डिफरेंस ये आ रहा है, ये line by line, एक instruction output, next instruction output, and so on, right? So this is the basic difference. Now some of you gave other reasons also that are correct, in the sense that script mode is basically used when we want to write a complete code. Okay, maybe 5 lines, 10 lines, 20 lines, 100 lines, 1000 lines, 10,000 lines, right? We write the complete code, we save it, and then we execute it. Okay. और दूसरा रीजन ये है कि इसको आप सेव कर सकते हो. स्क्रिप्ट मोड में लिखे हुए कोड को you can save it and you can open it later on to maybe edit it or maybe to add something to it, right? Interactive mode में एक बार आपने कमांड्स चला दी हैं, although it can be saved as a text file, but अगर आपने चला दी हैं तो उसके बाद आप उसे सेव करके फिर से उन कमांड्स को एग्जीक्यूट नहीं कर पाओगे, right? यहाँ आप ये कर पाओगे. That's the main difference. So और भी सिंपल अगर हम ले लें कि अगर हमें बहुत बेसिक 4-5 लाइन के 10 लाइन्स के कोड लिखना है, right, then it's always advisable to use the script mode. अगर आपको लाइन बाय लाइन आउटपुट चेक करनी है after a statement, so it's good, you can go with the interactive mode. Now एक बार मैं आपको ये चला के दिखा दूंगा because it's very important. We have almost come to the end of this session. So before we wind up, let me just show it to you that how the interactive mode and this script mode looks like. मेरे पास Python installed है, so you can see his. This is your interactive mode. As you can see here, these two lines, they show the information about the license and the version we are using. And this is the prompt here. And now we can write any command we want to write. You press enter and you get the output then and there. This is the interactive mode. And जब आप Python install करते हैं, you get it. Yeah, both by default you get both the modules. It's not like कि आपने ये सोचना है कि अरे interactive भी आएगा इसमें या इसमें सिर्फ script आएगा. No, nothing like that. Now how to open the script mode? आपने ये open कर लिया, go to file and click on new and see. Now you have this script mode here, right? आप इसमें जितनी मर्जी कमांड्स हैं वो आप लिख सकते हैं and you can also save it.
So can you please tell once more that how we can open the script mode?
Yeah, sure. मैं बिल्कुल स्टार्टिंग से आपको बता रहा हूँ, फिर से स्टार्टिंग में द इंटरेक्टिव मोड. मैंने पाइथन यहाँ इंस्टॉल किया, अदरवाइज आपको स्टार्ट में जाके पाइथन IDLE ओपन कर देना. मैंने शॉर्टकट में ले लिया है. So you get the interactive mode. When you click on Python IDLE in the menu, you get this, right? Then go to file and click on new. That's it. Okay.
Okay,
so
sir, thanks.
Yeah, it's very simple. बहुत ही simple है और easy है. I gave you many reasons that why Python has been selected for coding, especially if you want to teach coding to the kids. Then Python is used widely for the reason that Python is very simple and easy to use. Okay, so we have come to the end of this session, right? And we'll have one more session tomorrow, and in that we'll be dealing with the interactive mode and the script mode, and we'll be writing our Python statements for the very first time, and we'll also be writing small programs in the script mode.